Hola, estudiantes. It's Mrs. Santiago here. And today I want to take a minute to talk to you about Spanish Florida. So I'm in your OneNote, but this video is going to appear both in your OneNote and your Schoology. So Spanish Florida, 1513 to 1821. So I want to talk a little bit about how did Florida have such a large influence from Spain. So let's start back here in 1513. So Juan Ponce de Leon was an explorer from Spain. He was on Christopher Columbus's second voyage to the New World. He landed and established part of Puerto Rico and became Puerto Rico's first governor. But that position was promised to somebody else. So he ended up going out and exploring again. So here you can see, and I'm going to highlight it. This is Juan Ponce de Leon's expedition in 1513. And you can see that he absolutely went to the area of Florida. This is one of the places that we actually spend time talking about, St. Augustine, established in 1565, the oldest European settlement in the New World. So 1513, Ponce de Leon. Let's go to the next map. 1584. I like this map. It's one of the oldest maps that I could find that were original to Spain. So this is a Spanish territory map showing coastlines, rivers, mountains, and settlements. So you can see the settlements. It's a roughly looks like the United States with the Gulf of Mexico. And to the right is, or to the east, is the Atlantic Ocean. If you look closely at it, you can kind of see they even had the Keys. Right here would be like the Florida Keys. I'm highlighting in yellow, kind of hard to see. Okay, so the Florida Keys would be right along there. Again, rough, but you can see there are settlements expanding. We are all the way up to 1584. Let's go to the next map. Now we've jumped quite a few years. So the Spanish controlled the area. There were 10 years in which Spain did not, is it 10 years? 20 years in which Spain did not control the area. And during that time, Britain actually controlled Florida, but then it went back to Spain. So here we are, 1795. Pinckney's Treaty, or the Treaty of Madrid, established the border with the U.S. and gave the U.S. the rights to use the Mississippi River. So you can see all of that pink area is Spain. So East Florida, what we would now call the Panhandle, is West Florida. And there, the cream-colored area is the area claim of Spain relinquished in 1795 with the Treaty of Madrid, or Pinckney's Treaty. They did, however, give them the right to use the Mobile, the Gulf right here, the opening, the mouth of the river, so that they could use the Mississippi here. Oh, maybe not all of those. Okay, just maybe the Mississippi River here. Okay, that's Spanish territory, but you can see it's on the edge of the U.S., so they allowed them to use that area. Let's go over. So 1819, the treaty that was signed to give Florida to the U.S. So this was in 1819 and is called the Adams-Onus Treaty, showing the area claimed by the U.S. before the treaty and the results of the new agreement. So you can see the darker light, like it's kind of a peach orange, darker color, the U.S. states. U.S. territory in the lighter kind of peachy color. The new border line. Okay, so the red border line, still everything to the south of that red line is Spanish territory. So all of this, I'm going right, okay, I'm going to try not to go over the actual key there. Okay, all of this going south is still part of Spain. Okay. Area ceded by Spain. So this is the area of Florida that was given up to the United States. Now, the treaty was signed in 1819, but it didn't go into effect until 1821. So here you have U.S. territory, Spain. Why did they get rid of it? Spain wasn't getting any benefits from Florida, and they sold it so that it almost took away that burden of trying to take care of it and govern it from so far away. And 1885, now we have Florida that looks like the Florida we're familiar with. Railroads were established, and part of one thing that happened here, up here, St. Augustine, okay, you can see the railroad lines running. A lot of that was from Henry Flagler, who you will hear about in the video on St. Augustine. So big Spanish spots at this time, 1885. So St. Augustine, okay, not until 19 in the 1960s, right? We have Miami, that is Cuban American, and Keys. Okay. All right. So just a brief look at Spanish Florida from 1513 to 1821. Gracias.